Although your person might currently be acting distant or choosing not to say much, this silence doesn't mean they're not thinking about you or the connection you once shared, or still share. In fact, beneath the surface, there is a profound level of introspection taking place. They have been spending a lot of time reflecting on the nature of this bond, the emotions it stirs, and their true intentions toward you. This isn't just idle thinking, they are receiving deep intuitive insights, and slowly, things are becoming clearer to them, perhaps for the first time in a long while. It's as if they're finally seeing you, the relationship, and their own feelings through a new lens, one that reveals the truth they've been denying or avoiding. For many of you, this clarity may come too late or feel frustratingly overdue. You've likely grown tired of the hot and cold behavior, the emotional inconsistency, and the constant back and forth that left you feeling confused and emotionally drained. That's why, at some point, you chose to reclaim your power and energy by putting up healthy boundaries. You recognized the need to protect your peace, to step back, and to stop overgiving in a connection that seemed one-sided at times. Setting those boundaries was not a decision made out of bitterness but out of self-love and growth. You no longer chase, beg, or try to convince them of your worth. And that change hasn't gone unnoticed. Your person is feeling the shift. They can sense that your energy is no longer centered around them. It's now directed inward, focused on your own healing, happiness, and fulfillment. You're not trying to prove yourself or force anything to happen, and ironically, this newfound independence is drawing them in more powerfully than any words or gestures ever could. It's making them uncomfortable, perhaps even desperate, because they are not used to feeling this lack of control or emotional security from you. They're used to knowing you'd be there, reaching out, showing you care. But now, the silence on your end is loud, and it's echoing in their mind. This sense of loss, or potential loss, is pushing them to act. Behind the scenes, they're trying to sort things out, organizing their thoughts, working through inner fears, and planning how they might approach you. They want to reach out, to send you a message that shows they still care, that they are still present, even if it hasn't looked that way recently. There's a strong urge within them to express their feelings directly, to show you that they are, in fact, here for you and willing to make things right. But with that urge also comes fear. They're afraid that reaching out now, after all that's happened, might trigger an argument or emotional confrontation. They know they've hurt you, whether through words, actions, or silence. They know they've let you down, maybe more than once. And as much as they want to reconnect, there's a part of them that wonders if the damage has already been done, if too much time has passed or too many wounds have been left unhealed. They fear your response, not because they don't care, but because they care so deeply and don't want to face the pain of rejection or anger. Yet, despite all this inner conflict, their heart keeps circling back to you. They think about the future, about what life might look like with you by their side. And the more they envision it, the more they realize how much happiness they believe they'd find in a life with you. In their eyes, you embody everything a lifelong partner should be: compassionate, strong, understanding, loyal, and emotionally intelligent. The thought of marrying you, of committing to you fully, brings them a sense of joy and completeness that they can't seem to find anywhere else. Still, they know words alone won't be enough now. You've grown. You've evolved. You're no longer that same person who waited around, hoping they'd finally see your value. You've stepped into your own light, and that light is shining brighter than ever. They see it, and while it terrifies them, it also inspires them. It's lighting a fire under them to take responsibility and show up with real effort, not just empty promises or sporadic attention. So while they may be quiet now, don't mistake that for a lack of feeling. So much is shifting behind the curtain. They are wrestling with their own fears, regrets, and hopes. They are realizing what you truly mean to them, and how much they stand to lose if they continue to stay silent. Whether or not they find the courage to act is something time will reveal, but one thing is certain, your energy has transformed, and that shift has awakened something deep within them. The next move may be theirs to make, but you've already made yours, and it was one of self-respect and emotional strength. Lately, there's been a growing weight on my heart, a feeling I can't seem to shake. It's like I no longer have access to you the way I once did. You've become so reserved, so quiet, as if you've pulled away into a world of your own, and I'm left standing outside of it, trying to figure out how to reach you again. It's frustrating, confusing, and honestly, it hurts. I keep questioning why things don't feel the same. Why aren't you giving me the same importance and attention you used to? Have I done something wrong? Or are you just changing, drifting into something, or someone else? These thoughts keep spiraling in my mind, leaving me unsettled and anxious. There's this deep, almost desperate urge within me to just be close to you again. I want to rush to you without hesitation, to wrap you tightly in my arms and hold you close until you can feel every piece of my heart beating for you. I want to look into your eyes and remind you, no, show you, that you belong to me, completely and utterly. You are mine in a way that transcends simple words. You're woven into my thoughts, my emotions, my every plan and hope for the future. And when I feel that distance growing between us, it's like a part of me starts to unravel. Sometimes I think, why don't I just call? The answer seems so simple, so obvious. But then, every time I consider picking up the phone, my hands tremble slightly, my heart races, and I hesitate. It's not that I don't want to talk to you, I do, more than anything. It's that the moment I hear your voice, or see you in front of me, I get so overwhelmed by emotion. You have this effect on me that I can't explain. I become so lost in you, in the way you speak, in the way you look at me, that I forget everything else. Even the things I wanted so badly to say suddenly feel like they no longer matter. It's like you pull me into another world just by being near, and I lose all sense of time, all sense of control. It's strange, isn't it? How someone can make you feel both completely full and completely undone at the same time. Being near you makes me feel alive in the most profound way, but it also exposes all my vulnerabilities. I start feeling breathless, not just from love, but from the sheer intensity of emotion that you stir in me. It's not just a crush, not just admiration or desire, it's deeper, more consuming. It's like a tidal wave that crashes into me, leaving me speechless, gasping for air, and yet never wanting it to end. And then, there's the silence. When you're not around, when you go quiet, it's almost unbearable. I start to notice signs everywhere, little synchronicities that seem too strange to be coincidence. A song playing at the exact moment I'm thinking of you. A message from the universe, or at least it feels that way. Sometimes, it's like the universe is trying to tell me something, to remind me that our connection isn't just something I've imagined. It's real. It's meaningful. And even in your silence, I feel your presence echoing around me. But that doesn't make the distance any easier. I miss the way we used to talk, the way we shared everything, even the smallest thoughts and random observations. I miss feeling like I was a part of your world, not just watching it from the outside. I miss the warmth in your voice, the spark in your eyes, the comfort of knowing you were truly present with me. Now, I feel like I'm constantly second-guessing myself. Should I reach out? Should I wait? Am I being too much? Am I imagining things? This uncertainty eats away at me, because all I want is to be close to you again. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, to be wrapped in the same energy we used to share so effortlessly. I know I can't force you to open up, and I don't want to pressure you. I just want you to know how deeply I feel for you. I want you to understand that you matter to me in a way that no one else ever has. You're not just someone I love, you're someone who has become a part of me. Your silence speaks volumes, but I still hope for a moment where you let me in again, where we find each other in the middle of all this noise and confusion. Until then, I'll keep holding on to the signs, the memories, the feelings that refuse to fade. And I'll keep believing that this distance is just a phase, that underneath it all, you still feel the same pull, the same love, the same unexplainable connection that brought us together in the first place. You're not messaging or calling them, and that silence, intentional or not, has completely taken your partner by surprise. They didn't expect this shift in your energy, this level of composure and restraint. It's unlike the rhythm they were used to, and now they're sitting with the realization of how much strength you've developed within yourself. What shocks them the most isn't the distance, but how you're managing it with such self-control, like you've tapped into a deeper version of yourself. This new energy of yours is powerful, magnetic, and it's making them think about you constantly. They miss you more than they know how to express. It's not just a passing thought or a fleeting emotion. It's a deep ache that lingers, a craving that has nothing to do with lust alone. They find themselves lost in thoughts of you, fantasizing not just about the physical moments, but about the way your energies intertwined so naturally, so effortlessly. There was a sensual connection between the two of you that went beyond the surface. It wasn't just physical, it was energetic, soulful, deeply spiritual. They felt it in their bones. And now, in your absence, they're replaying those memories in their mind, wishing they could live in them again, as if time could pause and let them stay there with you forever. To your partner, you are not just a person, they see you as an experience. You are the purest, most profound experience of their life. What you shared wasn't casual, wasn't replaceable, wasn't just a chapter. You feel like an entire story to them, a story that no one else could ever write or live out. They've never felt this way before, and the clarity of that truth is setting in stronger than ever during your silence. No one else can take your place, not in their heart, not in their life. You are irreplaceable, not because you were perfect, but because you were real. You touched a part of them that no one ever could. There's a soul connection they feel with you that's impossible to explain to others. It's deeper than chemistry, deeper than compatibility, it's the kind of bond that makes them feel like they've known you through lifetimes. They don't feel the need to pretend with you. Around you, there's no mask, no pretense, no carefully curated image. It's raw, it's honest, and it's rare. They feel like you see them, the real them, the parts they hide from the world, even from themselves sometimes. You recognize their light, but you also acknowledge their shadows, and you never judged either. With you, they feel safe in their vulnerability. What they feel for you isn't just rooted in physical attraction, it goes far beyond that. Yes, the passion between you is undeniable, but their feelings are grounded in genuine love, admiration, and respect. They look up to you in ways they might not have even expressed. They admire your strength, your depth, your ability to be both soft and powerful at the same time. You've shown them a version of love that feels conscious, intentional, and soul deep. In your presence, they felt seen. In your absence, they are realizing just how much of an impact you've made on them. You've sparked something within them, something transformative. They're noticing their own growth, their own emotional evolution, and it all traces back to you. Being with you challenged them to be better, to think deeper, to love more authentically. You've become a catalyst for their personal transformation, whether you realize it or not. They might not have the words to say all of this to you right now, but it lives in their heart like a quiet truth. You've changed them, not by force, but by simply being who you are. And while they may not know what the future holds, they are certain of one thing: people like you don't come around often. You are the rarest kind of connection, the one that leaves fingerprints on the soul. Even in your silence, you speak volumes. Even in your distance, you're deeply present in their thoughts. They miss you, they admire you, and they love you, not in a possessive way, but in a way that honors everything you are. And no matter how much time passes, they know one thing for sure: you're unforgettable.